Bruce Pearl joins the Marching to Madness College Basketball Zoomcast podcast from Auburn, Alabama. The Tigers are 8-1. They're number 16 in the net, number 18 by the AP poll. You've won 8 in a row, Coach, or 8 of 9, rather, and you go against a game Nebraska team up in Atlanta on Saturday.
Yeah, Ken, they're just studying Nebraska. Obviously, we're going against Fred Hoiberg and the mayor. From Ames, Iowa, a great pro coach, and they run so many good things, stuff you just admire, the spacing and how hard some of that stuff is to guard. They've got 3 or 4 really, really special players. The kid Alonzo Verge is probably the best point guard we've gone up against. I love their Derek Walker, what they've done with Derek as far as ability to center. Bryce McGowan's is a pro, a really good pro prospect. And they've got some shooters that come off the bench that can really light it up. The other thing too is they played a tough schedule. They played Creighton already, and their last 3 games are at NC State, a 4 overtime loss, at Indiana, where they played great defense and lost in a pretty close game, and they just got beat at home against Michigan. So those are the last 3 opponents they played. A neutral site game against Auburn, that's like a day off compared to the last 3 games they played.
Well, I tell you, you're averaging 83 points a game, outscoring those opponents by 15 every night. Has the inside-outside balance on this offense been potentially where you want it at so far?
Yeah, I haven't studied it that much, Cam, but I do think that we've got a pretty good balance. I always been a spread it, shoot it coach, but I understand the importance of getting it to the rim. I believe in the 3 ball, the inside 3 and the outside 3. And it's harder to get those inside 3s the way they're letting us play with consistency this year. But I do think the fact that we've got guys that are inside outside players is what makes us offensively effective
and defensively effective. You're 3rd in the nation in block shots. I think you had like 9 in the first 10 minutes against Yale on Saturday. You're 15th in steals, 13th in turnover margin. Could this potentially, by the end of the year, be an elite defense?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, obviously, we do a good job of denying, making it very difficult for everybody to run their offense and do different things along those lines. We try to make offense from our defense when we can, and we got length, and so we try to drive people into our shot blockers, and that's part of what the system is. So. The closer you get to the basket sometimes against us, the better you don't look.
Yeah. Well, Jabari Smith, 16.9 points, 7.1 boards. The things that have struck me so far, in addition to immense talent, 1, how he handles the basketball for a player his size, and then 2, his decision-making. He's letting go from 3 at 43.9%.
Ken, he's been really efficient. He's a smart player. And you're right. For as big as he is, as skilled as he is, he's got a jump shot that will remind you of KD. He's got again an inside outside game, the ability to put the ball down on the floor, he's just a real versatile player.
KD Johnson's got a motor, doesn't he? I mean, how he gets to the basket is just kind of off the chain with efficiency. Is he kind of your leader along with Jabari right now?
KD definitely is a leader. KD, he can make plays on both ends of the floor. Again, that ability to get to the 3, get to the foul line, get to the rim, all that stuff is just so huge. He gambles a little bit too much on the defensive end. I'd love him to be a little bit more solid. But he's just he makes things happen when he's on the floor, and that's what's so important.
Both sides of the ball, he and Jabari have combined for 36 of your 81 steals.
Yeah, he does. He's got great ability, he'll come off, and he got strong hands. He's got really good feel. He's got really good instincts. And look, I try to teach guys, just to be able to make plays, and not just sit there and be defensive. And I think that's really important.
Wendell Green Jr. off the bench in 5 games now. He's your third double-figure scorer. He's got about a 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Not a bad thing having him and Zep Jasper, of course, working in that backcourt.
No, and they're two point guards that couldn't be more different. Zep has got one of the best assist turnover ratios in the country. He doesn't gamble. He plays under control. And does a great job distributing, and he's one of our best defenders. And then Wendell Green, he can make magic happen. He's got real special ability to shoot it and to be a little bit more creative. He'll turn over a little bit more than Zep because he's trying to make more happen. And he's a true scoring point guard. So to have those two guys at the position, makes it. It's not like one size fits all.
Walker Kessler, 29 blocks out of your 61. How can you make him more of an offensive threat, though?
Well, I mean, it's just Walker's very unselfish. We've got to do more to help out on his inside game and the things he's trying to do there. And we've got to do a better job of getting the ball to him. Part of the problem with not having show what he could do on the inside is really the fact that we've not done a very good job of passing him the ball.
Now you got Devin Cambridge and Jaylin Williams, 2 players who return for you. These guys are really good athletes. I mean, Devin Cambridge was all over every social media post in the country that night on the dunk against UCF. It's kind of like now when they come into the game, opponents have to choose their poison, especially when you got Jabari and KD on the floor with.
Well, yeah, Devin's important to us because Devin he's a 3-and-D guy that is as good an athlete as there is, in college basketball, particularly when it comes to being in the air. He can make incredible plays in the air. He's much improved defensively. He can guard multiple positions. He's one of our more solid defenders. Great communicator. He's always in the right spots. And if Devin could consistently defend and rebound and make open shots, we're going to be a great team, and he's going to be a great pro.
Now, I was looking at the Ken Palm metrics. You're 14th in the nation. That's your highest rating in non-steal turnover ratio. How has your defensive scheme allowed you to take advantage of that rating?
Well, as you know, Ken, we do extend defensively. We do play over 94 feet, and that gives you a little bit more opportunity to be able to make plays and turn some people over. I don't like to let people just run their offense. If you let them be comfortable and let them kind of run their stuff, not extend them, let them screen you, let them reverse change sides of the floor, all those different things, they're going to be comfortable and they're going to get looks. And so those are the things that we try to take away.
Last thing, Coach, Allen Flanigan's back at practice. He had a torn Achilles earlier in the year. What's been his limits so far? And then is there any date he might return?
We've talked about a mid-December return. We're still in early December. He's practicing full speed and limited contact right now. And so, again, we're still looking at a potential mid-December to late December return.
Coach Bruce Pearl back here on Marching to Madness. Coach, I appreciate you giving me a few minutes this morning. It's a busy time of the year, and I wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Holidays.
Thanks, Ken. You guys, you do a great job, and I know you're always gracious to understand that at this time of the year, there's almost not enough hours in a day. But this week the kids were in finals. We only had one game. That's Nebraska on Saturday in Atlanta. An important neutral site game. We encourage everybody that loves basketball in Atlanta to come out and see some. There are about 4 games there. Great games. And I hope that event continues to be successful. So it's good to be with you.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck now. Bye-bye.